It evens out the number of lay on hands I have. And stop nitpicking everything I do. James?
I'm not nitpicking,
I will use 7 points of lay on hands.
Alright. As he's laying there, broken, part of a plate laying halfway across his hip and leg, as you reach over and touch him with the divine energy, there's a very, very small shudder through him as he watches his breath just starts to barely steam in and out of his body. Still unconscious, but you get the sense that he is alive.
Anybody want to help? Who is this?
There are also 2 piles of ice where the other golems were destroyed.
I'll be going to the nearest one, and I'm going to go ahead and start an investigation check.
The one nearest to you was the troll.
Yeah, that was the troll.
So, perhaps your theory, but what if this fellow laying here before us was controlling this gigantic motherfucker?
Or what if he was just powering it?
Which could be.
Why are you trying to kill us?
No, yeah, actually, no. Before I start doing an investigation, I'm going to use my sight to rifle through
Nice
it.
choice.
Absolutely. You looking down, you can see just the bare hints of pieces of cloth that are poking through some of the ice chunks that are laying on the ground, and you see 2 magical glowing auras buried in the ice.
I will go ahead and grab them out.
All right. Rifling through the ice, moving chunks to either side, you see a man, probably mid-30s, pencil-line goatee, long dark black hair, in a set of fairly unadorned wizard robes. You see he's blatantly dead. He is absolutely dead. On one side, you see a small satchel, and one glow is coming from inside of the satchel, and the other one is coming from the base of one of his fingers. The finger itself looks to have been blackened, almost like frostbite, and the glow is coming from what you can only assume is probably a ring on his finger.
Cool. I'd like to go ahead and get what's in the satchel, take that out, and try to identify what it is.
It is a book inside of the satchel.
Neato. It's going to be added to my other books. Yay. The ring. While grabbing his hand, that one I would like to identify without touching or trying to pull it off or cut it off or anything.
All right. Spending some time to identify what the ring is. Is anybody checking the other pile of ice?
I will. I'll take the right.
All right. Moving away chunks of ice, you see a smaller figure, also human, clean-shaven, dark leathers, very thin dark leathers, fairly unadorned. There's no special markings. There's nothing to really identify this person in any way. And yeah, it's a fairly unremarkable body in almost every single way. If you want to go ahead and roll an investigation check.
As well.
I would like to go ahead and take that ring and put it on. And that is actually going to be...
What is it?
I don't see shit.
Do you need to swap out attunements and whatnots?
No, I don't need to swap any attunements out.
He doesn't have to.
The
He doesn't
boots
want to.
aren't an attunement, are they?
Which ones are those?
Boots of the Winterlands?
No, I don't believe so. I don't
Cool.
think
Then
so.
I just need...
Boots of the Winterlands are in
I
it.
thought we had to.
They
Oh, are they?
I attuned.
Then I still have only... I'm only attuned to 2 things. I have 3, don't I?
You have three attunement slots. Yes.
Yeah, cool. Then I'm just gonna attune
The staff, the boots, and
the cloak.
the
Cloak of protection.
the cloak and the lore gem.
The lore gem. Oh, fuck
Well,
me.
you have 4.
Yeah, I do have 4.
You overloaded, boy.
Good news is you didn't actually negate any damage using the cold resistance. So
Yeah.
technically speaking, I guess we can call it that you didn't have the
Yep.
boots on.
I have Phoenix,
All
too.
right. So,
What do I see?
you're checking out the body with him.
Well, I'm checking out the dude I just brought back to life.
Oh. Right.
I would like to make a rifle through his body before I wake him up.
Okay.
Just
Go
a
ahead
quick
and make an investigation check.
Damn, that's right.
Burn my last lucky.
Now we get attacked again. Oh, 16.
Mod 20.
Modded 20. You see on his body, there's nothing really substantial. He doesn't carry weapons. He doesn't carry anything that shows him as any form of a magic user.
That's new.
I think that's the bug.
You find a
Oh, sorry.
fairly well made, looks like it could be
Oh, it is a
fairly expensive pocket watch. It's, fully engraved. Looks like there's a mixture of silver and gold.
Is my, the palm of my sword, is it glowing while I'm around him?
It is not. No.
Oh.
There is a small pouch with a number of coins. Not as much as you would expect for how nicely he's dressed. And you find a small pocket journal. The coins number, it was 67 platinum pieces.
I leave him his platinum pieces. But I will rifle through his journal.
All right.
Quick check to see what. I mean, I'm assuming I don't have the time to read the whole thing.
Go ahead and make a general intelligence check.
Oh, that's not good.
The cloak of protection is gonna go ahead and go in my pack.
Okay.
And then I'll attune to that,
All right.
which I think makes way more sense because after we get out of here, I don't need the boots, so I can put the cloak back on. End up with an AC of 18. 13 plus 4 right now is 17, plus the one from the cloak would be 18.
Well, because you have the lore gem, the staff, and now the ring. That's 3 slots.
Yeah.
So you don't have the boots or the cloak attuned
Oh,
to.
shit, fuck.
You don't have any more luckies.
Choices.
No. I'm just keeping my main roll.
Well,
Just
I mean,
test
I'm
my
not-
dice.
Too many items.
Save the ring.
By unattuning to the lore gem, does it pop out?
Yes.
Fuck.
13.
Just save the ring.
13. You get a general sense. The journal was started at the very beginning of his trip. Skimming through real quick the first couple pages, you see him furtively writing about hiring a group of people. He's going on a trip. He's searching for something. Kind of hard to tell exactly what it is. Just skimming quickly through. Fast forward a couple pages. Fast forward a couple more. You see a trip across the ocean, heading towards the portal. He knows where he's going, but he doesn't specify why. He has no real reason to. You get a sense of a very quick trip through the same tunnels that you guys have traveled through yourself. You get a sense that they lost a person early on at the bridge section. The mage that was with them cast the bridge spells, and one of their number had fallen into the water, and he made it to land, but was eventually attacked and killed by the skeletons. Further on, they lost another person in the room with the wraiths. before everybody else finally escaped. You get to the last couple pages, and a real quick skim over the last couple pages. They spent looking over the dates real quick. You can see years, probably 4 years they've been down here, using various forms of magic to gain food and trying to free the figure in the central column. Eventually, the entries just stopped about 10 years ago.
I'll wave Arkin over. Hey, can you look at this real quick? I think this might help us get that kid out of there. See what they already tried. See what we can try now.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna walk over and inspect the body myself.
The one that
He's
already did?
no.
The guy that he brought back to life.
Yeah. Sorry, I said body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, that's actually so low.
You have the highest
There's
intelligence
nothing
body.
else to really see. It was fairly simple. He
Can I
was.
see the Patrick coins
my
as
bad.
well?
What's that?
Can I see the Patrick coins
We
as well?
probably have
Yeah,
the highest investigation.
Absolutely.
How many did you say were in there?
It was 67 pieces of platinum.
I'm gonna take 30 of those out.
Okay.
Yeah, nice. By far.
I'm also gonna cast Aura Sight on real
Wait,
fast.
what'd you just
I
do?
want to know some idea.
What'd you just do?
I took 30 pieces from him.
I hadn't really played for that. He
I
would
have to play true
be.
to a paladin.
He would be.
Are you standing right there?
No, I mean I'm going through the guy's journal right
Can
now.
I make
Lawful
a-
neutral. Let's
Yeah.
call it lawful
Can I
neutral.
assist him?
Can I make a sleight of
Is he
hand
stealing?
trick
Is
on
he
the
stealing?
coins?
Hold on,
I'm right there with
hold on.
Can I make a
First,
sleight of hand trick real fast on taking the coins out of him?
you already said that you were doing it. We're not going to retroact that.
Fair enough.
Next,
I was gonna say, can I assist him if he's stealing since he already called me over there?
I called you to
There's
help read a
37
book.
left.
well, he didn't specify he was hiding it, so you definitely saw what he
I
did.
have actually distracted him.
I already took
You
them.
said there's 37 left?
So,
I think you guys want me to investigate the book.
okay. Giving her a synopsis of what you skimmed through, you get the sense that if you want to gather more from this book, it's going to take more time. So, it's entirely up to you what you all want to do as far as that
I
goes.
think our goal should just be to get the kid.
You still have the armor, and you had checked the body-ish, but your roll was significantly low enough that you know for a fact that you did not do a good job.
Guys, we need to
There are a
wait this-
handful of times that I will inform you that you definitely would have known.
You don't need to backtrack.
There are moments where you would have known.
Okay.
So,
Guys,
Anyway.
we need to get this guy up
Pop it
and
out,
see
put it in
what.
my pocket and put the ring
You
on.
don't need to backtrack.
okay.
Yes,
His body.
please.
Guys, we
I
need to
think
get
that's
this.
the safest fucking option.
Guys,
I'm gonna-
we need to get this guy up.
George, don't forget to change your spell save, please.
She's gonna go through
I-
the body that
Yeah,
I just went through.
or so he's grabbing me to.
All right. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Significantly better than me.
21.
21. Going almost unnoticed, it is fairly low profile and intended to not necessarily be seen.
Always my favorite.
You can see he's wearing a belt. It looks to be made of some form of a dark tarnished brass or bronze, made of interlinking plates with a fairly interesting belt buckle. Looks like a small hourglass in a geared fashion, if you will.
Ooh, we're gonna take that.
With a roll that high, go ahead and make a medicine check.
Hey. I'm not allowed to lucky it, am I?
You can lucky it.
Okay,
Absolutely.
unless you want, so-
I'm
God,
definitely
hope we
gonna
don't
take
fucking
that
use it.
feather from the dramatic orb.
17.
Dude. The fucking spell book.
22.
What is it?
22.
22.
And
You-
I have no luck.
Searching the body further, getting the sense you've worked around people like this. You understand that there are ways that your ilk hide things from normal people, people who don't know better. Picking up his hands, you can see pushed into the pads of both palms are 2 small needles, one on each hand.
Hmm.
Would I be able to remove those? Dissect those?
You can, absolutely.
So I'll take the time to do that.
Okay. In order to learn any information about them,
Yeah, we'll have to take
it'll
time
be
to study
either
the letter.
or correct. Depends on your choices.
Yeah.
But the last thing in this area is the large plates that were part of the elemental.
After I'm done doing my little thing, I'd like to go ahead and come over and see if there's any magic about them.
Just by simple looks alone, you can see that the plates themselves they're thick, heavy plates. And each one is bordered with almost a giantish line of runes that border each of these large sections of steel.
Hmm.
Taking the time to go ahead and identify what you were looking at.
Which I would like to do, noticing that.
Oh, please tell me that I brought them with me. Yep, I did. If you want to go ahead and hand me all of the figurines except for Ballox.